Variegated succulents is like the holy grail of growing succulents. It is a rare thing to have a variegated plants. Apart from being beautiful or pleasing to the eye to look at because of all its many colors, it can also be very difficult to grow. And this is the reason why they can be worth a lot of money. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. This plant was grown originally as a plain looking plant. It wasn't variegated at all. So variegation is when you have two-toned or bicolor, like this Victor Reiter here. It can also be blotchy, striped, or bordered like this one with a lighter color than that of the rest of the parts of the leaf or the stem of the plant or the succulent. And what you're looking at here is a tray of my propagated bluebird. This has not grown any babies, whatever is left here. All they did was have a keloid. See how that little brown bump there? That's a keloid. I have a lot, so that's a lot of bluebird that I actually propagated from this pile or tried to propagate. So there's this one. Oh look, there's one leaf. That one is still got one leaf. And hang on, wait, maybe this one too. Let me see if I can find any more without keloid. And this one's got mealybug. Has got a teeny weeny mealybug in the end there. So if you have been watching my videos, oh look, another mealybug in that corner there. Okay, well, you would know by now that I am not frazzled by mealybug. I actually consider my mealybugs they're my friends. They can be your friend. Anyway, this one, see the back of it? That is mealybug still. So we have to clean that up before I bring this inside. And that one, I'll take that one and I'll have a close look at this one to see, and even that one, to see if it's going to produce some babies. These are now the bluebird leaves that I've collected from outside, and I'm going to inspect them. So this one here, this one on the right, has only got roots and also a keloid form on top. That one is also a keloid. That's no good. But this tree has got some little baby leaves. And even that one. So that one has got some leaves growing in the bottom. So so those little pimple there, those are baby bluebird that's growing. And this one doesn't have any roots because that would have dried up, or the mealybug, as in this case here. So this one here, I'm gonna show you. Sometimes they can hide. If you look at that, there's a leaf. So there's one leaf there, but underneath that, there's a mealybug. See that one there? Look. Okay. Probably a bit hard. So the tip of that, you can see. That is a little mealybug, and if I put it in here, see, look, that's still fresh. And it's bleeding, and then there's probably another one. So they can hide in there and then live off the plant for in this case, for months and months and months. So, hang on, I'm just inspecting to see. But the beauty of letting it get infected by mealybug, well, I intentionally left them there, and I only check it every so often in the hope that I could get some mealybug infection or mutation due to mealybug. And then that way, after inspecting and making sure that it doesn't have any more mealybug, so I can just sort of lay it here like this. This is now my grow light, under the grow light here, because since I've got the grow light, I might as well use it. But otherwise, you can still grow it outside. So this is just straight coconut coir. because when they're still young, they don't need as much nutrients. The only nutrients they're getting is the nutrients from the water that I give them. So I do fertilize them every couple of weeks with my seaweed fertilizer, but apart from that, they're on their own. They're just living off the coconut coir. And the beauty of having some mealybug infected leaves like this is that you can have a plant that will grow into this. This is my variegated bluebird. This is one of the earlier leaves that I pluck and have taken off from that batch and grown here. Now this one is also another bluebird, but this bluebird hasn't rooted up yet. There's plenty of little baby bluebirds but no roots. And I'm trying to let this grow a bit more, or basically root up, so I can grow it. But I did not expect to have a variegated bluebird like this one. Isn't it gorgeous? So I'll take this outside and show you. I have to bring this pot outside here so that way you can see, because it's really difficult to see it under the grow light. But you can see that that is a variegation. So half of it is green, the other half is yellow with pink tips. So now these ones, you can see that there's still no roots on this one. So this is already dried up, and what I'm trying to do with the bluebird is grow them to the same state as this lowie here. And although it doesn't have a root yet, what I do when the leaves dry up, I'll remove it. So I've now exposed the bottom where you can see those red little areas where the roots can grow. So now I tip it over and lay it on top of my coconut coir. So that's how I grow them. And eventually it will root up. So this one here as well is all dried up. If that doesn't have any root as well, I will do the same thing. So it's just basically removing the dried roots and exposing the bottom like the other one. Then I can put it there and leave it there until it roots up. And that might still grow into variegated, or it might just grow into normal. But chances are most of these plants will just grow normal. But the odd occasion that you get a variegated one is just luck. Check it out! That is my Rosal, my own hybrid from a Monroe that now has variegated. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's just that my plants, I think they love me or they hate me. That's why they're variegating. So is there more? I'm trying to find to see if there's more in here. It's only this one plant here. So these are all grown from a leaf from my Rosal, my Echeveria Rosal, which is actually a hybrid that I did not create it. It just grew in my garden. I plucked the leaves and grew the leaf and leaves now, but now it's a leaf because it's only this one. And now from that leaf grown from my Rosal, it grew into a variegated. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But it's sort of light, and I think I need to expose it to sunlight to make the variegation better, or maybe it's going to disappear. So it is grown here where it's sort of overhead covering. Okay, I'm gonna go up here. Got all these other pots up the top covering it, but it does get afternoon sun. So it is now 5 o'clock in the afternoon here and the sun is gone. But that does get to a certain degree over here. But now I'm just looking at anything that's sort of growing or whatever. I don't know. I'm just looking now for more variegation. Oh, speaking of variegation, this is my Darren Oliver, which was grown from one plant. And I saw some variegation here before, but I just sort of disregarded it, ignored it, just in case it will grow out of it. And there's still some slight variegation. See those lines? So even this one, yeah, that one, see? You can see some definite variegation even there. See those lines there? That's happening with this plant. So there's that one, strong variegation, and the rest of it was just really very light. variegation, but these all came from one plant. Even this one, I can see some slight variegation there, and also this one here. So that one, look, those lines there. So that one's not so much, but this one is really a strong variegation. So if I were to try and propagate and want to grow some more variegated of this Darien Oliva, I would actually chop this plant off and hope that it will grow and produce some variegated babies.